Alright, so in Overwatch today, what we're going to do is we're going to test out Venture. Unfortunately, Venture isn't available until Season 10, but there is a limited time trial that we can try Venture out uh, early. I've already made a video, kind of showcasing about Venture, but like that, this is kind of like, there's nothing we can do about changing Venture or anything here, so I can go into practice range and see how everything works out. I pretty much know how the gist of this character and how the hero works. So it's not too hard to understand. Uh, in a sense, I'm glad we have another DPS hero, but in a sense, I'm like, we don't really need a DPS hero. Like, we have way too many DPS heroes as it is. The only things that we really need right now, I think we substantially need a bit more heroes, healers. Sorry, yeah, healers. Um, in my just in my opinion, I feel like I just feel like we need more healers. I mean, we have a good amount of healers. I just compared to the other rosters, like we have more tanks. We've been getting more tanks recently, but now we have another DPS, and it's like it's nice, but I'd like to see a little more healers and a little more tanks to fill up the roster with more because we have way too many DPS right now.
Let's make history!
Of course, I know how to. I don't really necessarily how to play Venger like correctly, but I have a general understanding how the character works. Like you have 8 shots of these like they remind me like shotgun blasts. Like, but
Oof!
the only thing
¡Qué mala
is they do the
suerte!
exact same damage no matter where you are distance wise. You could be mid range, you could be close range. If you were like more than what is that? Some meters over here. So we're about 34. No, wait, was it 20? No, it was about 22, 23. That's when you're starting to get fall off, and it doesn't do it doesn't do as much damage. So for this character specifically to work, you want to be kind of like close to get the value for your
Rock
shots.
and roll! Hi! Hello! I'm on fire!
Um, I don't feel like I have any problems with Venger and the kit that the character brings. Like, I think it's all right. This I wish you could move around, maybe have a little more mobility, but you don't seem to really have that much mobility when you're using this. Once you go, you just go, which is nice, but it's also like why just why do that? You should have just a small tad of mobility, but I gotta realize it's a giant hulking machine that they're carrying around, and yeah.
Woo! Getting sweaty over here!
I know they classify themselves as a them, they're not he or she, but the voice kind of gives it like away. I mean, it's a female. It's like I understand they're going into this like diversity of different roles and different different sexualities and whatnot for heroes, which is nice. It gives a variety of flavor to the game. But, I just feel as though Venture is cheating. But, she's fun. She will always be fun. I wonder, so it doesn't go that far when you use this. The burrow is very good. I really like the burrow. And you just hold it, and there you go. So it sort of looks kind of like Doomfist in a way. It reminds me kind of like a reverse Doomfist Ultimate burrow. Instead of Doomfist going up into the sky, she burrows herself into the ground, and you can hold in charge when you can come out. Like you can I don't know, let's get behind this enemy where they can't see, and pop out, and you can just get them a bit scared. The only problem I have with this is that I think when you burrow, you make noise. That noise that you hear, that gives it a good tail giveaway that there's someone around burrowing behind you. So it kind of gives players that element, like, oh, there's someone behind me, maybe. Burrow's great. The ultimate, what is it? The Titanic shockwave thing. Yeah. It's okay. It does a lot of damage, though. So, it does two. So if you're just a regular, let's put on Genji or something here. He's got 250 health now since the new change. It does 2 seismic hits to kill.
Excavation initiated.
1, 2. Same thing with regular bots. 1, 2.
Getting sweaty over here.
I think that's okay. It does about half your health. So that's good. That's what I really like about Burrow, was that if you're in a high elevation,
Gotcha. People have survived higher falls.
you can jump and burrow, and you can kind of dig down, which is really, really cool. I mean, I haven't done in the lab for a long time, and this is kind of like that same thing where I'm doing in the lab with Venger. And I'm like, she's fun. What else am I supposed to say? I mean, the weapon's fine. You get 8 shots, but you got to be up close and personal. Burrow can be more. You can use that to strategize. You can use that for stealth. Let's say there's some enemies over there. They're busy shooting. What I could do is I could do this and pop up and have the advantage behind them while they're busy with someone else, because they're busy shooting while I'm behind them, giving them trouble. And if I am in a pinch or something, like, oh, I'm getting shot, oh no, I'm getting shot. What I can do is I can completely turn around and go back towards my team, get healed, potentially while they're busy with someone else, burrow in from the sides, and finish them off while my teammates are getting healed and also attacking, which is nice, but it sort of promotes that flanking kind of play style, which I'm kind of familiar with, which I play a lot of Junkrat. I'm used to flanking with Junkrat, so this isn't new to me. But again, if Venger was let's say they came out with Venger, it was a tank, perfect. We would have had a nice tank or something. Just because of the drill alone reminds me of a tank aspect. You have a big rail gun, and you can just hit these guys with these rail guns. doing massive amounts of damage, which is great because that's what the passive is for her. It's like you do more damage with melee, which of course it incentivizes you to be up close and personal. That's why you have the drill back for up close encounters. Venger's fun. The ultimate's okay. The ultimate's alright. I don't know how long it goes for. Let me see. 20 meters. Does it go? Yes. It's gonna go further than that. It does go further than that. I'm gonna have to test how far that goes. So I did 20 meters. I'm gonna try 30 and then 40. I actually haven't tested that the first time I played. Alright, I'm gonna try 30 meters. How far does it go? Alright, it has a distance. It has a distance. Distance is unknown right now. Got this. It looks to be about maybe 30 meters? No, it's not 30, about 35 meters?
Excavation initiation!
30 meters. 35 meters. 35 meters exactly. Yeah, about 30. This is when I got the hit. About 35 meters. So it traverses about 35 meters from you between you and the enemy. So it's just nice. It's okay. It's a nice ultimate. Of course, it does like tons of damage if you're up close. Which, of course, you want to be up close with this hero. That's pretty much what Venture's about. I like Venture, but just like... I don't think this is a hero for me. This is definitely a hero I'm probably not gonna, work towards getting gold or the new Jade now, which I don't like Jade. So... what's going on here? So what I'm gonna try... is I'm gonna try quick play with Avenger and see how that goes, but I'm sure the Q times right now for DPS is gonna be off the rails because it's a new hero and everybody wants to try out the new hero, try out the new abilities, yada yada yada, yeah, all that.
Let's see. Cause of death?
And of course, if you get into DPS, you got to be the first one to get Venger instead of someone else trying to steal Venger.
Double kill.
So, I don't know. I think I might like Venger, but we'll see. That's kind of like my thoughts and theories about the whole next season of season 10. I'll give it a try. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna see if I like it. If I like it, I like it. Since Venger's gonna be free,
Double kill.
in the next season, because moving forward, I'm hearing that heroes are now going to be free, like what they used to be back in Overwatch 1 before they changed over to Overwatch 2 with the whole battle pass system. When they introduced heroes in a battle pass, which I thought was a ridiculous idea. And I'm sure I could say that for a lot of people as well. We'll see. That's my thoughts and opinions about Venture. So, we'll just see where this goes. But I do like the aspect that when you are using ammo, let's say that you have an advantage, you have a height advantage, then there's an enemy down here. You're shooting, you take a lot of damage. Uh-oh, what should I do? I reload. Oh, I can't, I don't have time to reload. Throw in. Back to the teammates. Out.
Gotcha.
Back on full ammo, and I'm patched up as well. I like that idea. I like how the idea of Burrow reloads your weapon. So that's also a good, factor of life that I like about this hero. But other than that, Adventure's okay. That's probably what my thoughts and opinions about this hero are. Just good. I like the ultimate. It's alright. So that's it. That's where I stand about the hero. And maybe later on down the line, if I ever get to see the gold weapon or something, then I'll change my mind. I'm not thinking about golden weapon. I'm talking about the original gold weapon before the Jade thing came through. So, we'll see. All right.